Welcome back. We're still grinding question 4s from June 2023. Okay, so soon we will be looking at the May June 2023 final paper. So that's coming up next. So the box and whisker plots below show the March test mathematical literacy results for the 2022 and 2021 Mokana High School mathematical literacy classes. Okay, so we have a summary there, 5-number summary there from 2021 and a 5-number summary from 2022. What are we talking about when we talk 5-number summary? The minimum is read there. The Q1, which is the median of the first half, is there. Q2, median of the whole data. Q3, median of the upper half. And maximum value of the data. Ooh, this one is in the middle. Okay, Malcolm in the middle. Okay, that's what we're talking about when you're talking about the 5-number summary. So it says here, use the diagram above to answer the questions that follow. Disclaimer, these videos should never be used as memorandums and definitely not used to mark learners. That would be a disaster. Now, let's figure out the answers. Write down the minimum and maximum marks for the 2021 class. See, now that you've labeled it nicely. Okay, 2021 class, that's the one they want. Minimum, ooh, I did the line. My line is not straight. Okay, that's the straighter line. There we go. That is... First thing we need to do here when we're reading this number line is figure out how are they counting. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, lies. That's 20. So that's 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Ooh, they're counting in twos. So that's 12. Okay. Answer there for 4.1.1 is 12. And let's write that down, shall we? Okay. Question 4. 4.1. It says 4.1.1 is 12 marks. Is it 12% or 12 marks? It doesn't say if it's percentages or not. So we're just going to write 12. 4.1.2. The class of 2021 had 120 mathematical literacy learners. That's 120, right? And calculate the number of learners who got a mark that was less than the lower quartile, as well as the quartile value. So from here, in 2021, okay, let's talk about this quartile thing and lower quartile. From there, all the learners going that way. Now let's talk about the box whisker diagram and how it's divided. The box whisker diagram is divided into 4 sections. And section 1 is the one between minimum and Q1. Section 2, which is 25% as well as Q1 and Q2. Section 3 is 25%, Q2, Q3, and 25%, which is Q3 to the maximum, right? So now they are talking about this section here, which is 25%. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say 20. There's a total, this whole thing is 120 learners. 120 learners, 100% of them is 120 learners, but we only want 25%. So what is 25% of 120 learners? That's what the question is. So from minimum to Q1, it's 25%. And now the number of learners there is equal to, there's 120 learners. And if you multiply that by 25%, you're going to know exactly how many learners are covered in that section. And I lost my calculator. There it is. As long as I don't lose the calculator, because I got pens and pencils. But calculators, I only got I already lost one. I had 3 calculators. 120 times 25 divided by 100, and that's 30 learners. So we have calculate the interquartile range for the 2022 class marks. You may use the formula. Interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus Q1. Interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus Q1. I wonder, do we have the Q1, Q2, Q3? Yes, we do. This one is Q1. This one's Q2, and this one's Q3, and they just want us to take the maximum minimum. So that one, the 22 and 58. So that one is going to be interquartile range is equal to 58 minus 22, and then we have to use the calculator because I make a lot of mistakes. 58 minus 32, that's 26. Compare the two box and whisker plots and decide on the class whose learners performed better in the match test and justify your answer. Okay, let's start here. When I'm looking at the minimum, I can see that the learners sort of like the minimum and marks for the learners sort of kind of got like the same. So this is just not going to tell me anything. I'm looking at the quartile one for 2021 and I'm looking for the quartile one. And I see that from minimum to Q1, some of the learners here got higher than here. So I'm thinking so far, these ones did better. And then when I look here, I see that this is lower. So it seems like some learners here did better in this test. Okay. But then I have these learners who seem to be just doing better than here. So there's 25% here and there's 25% here. These learners got more marks. A lot of learners got more marks than the 25% from here. And I also see even in the last 25% here. So learners here, a lot of learners got around this mark, right? And a lot of learners in Q3 got around this mark. So I'm seeing that they did better in 2021. And even if I look at the maximum, it's there. But I'm not just going to use the maximum because it could be an outlier. Could be because of an outlier. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's 2021 that did better, because if I compare quartile one in 2021 and it seems like the did better, and the quartile one is higher than quartile one of 2021 is higher than quartile one of 2022, and quartile 3 is also higher than 2023, and also the maximum, even though I'm not only relying on the maximum. Before we continue, I'm just going to want you to forget. So that's 4.2, 4.2, 4.2. Yes. Okay. We are looking here at the water. It's water or electricity? Kilowatts. It's electricity. Okay. We're looking at the electricity and we have a sliding scale. I can see this is a sliding scale, just like when we calculate water. So we're going to do that. I do have a revision lesson, not a lesson, a revision lesson on this topic here and how to use this table. So here we're not going to study how to use this table. We're going to just use it. Okay, let's get started. Mr. Marke lives in Tzaneen Aqua Park in the Greater Tzaneen municipality and uses prepaid electricity that is sold to customers at a VAT-inclusive rate. Table below shows the cost of prepaid units of electricity. Prepaid units of electricity, block units, kilowatts, rate, including VAT. Okay, is it including or excluding? I think it says including VAT there. So that's including VAT. And then, it also says there, including VAT. And then we have the table. Already, immediately when I see the table, I always say there's a missing column, and therefore I must fill in 0 to 50. The maximum is 50. Then I'm going to take my calculator just in case. 350 minus this 50 here above, and then that's 300. And then I say 600 minus the 350. That's 250, and then whatever's left is calculated there. All right, so prepaid electricity, paying for electricity before using it. VAT, no, let me not use a tick. VAT is value added tax at 15%. And then we have the municipality buys electricity. Okay, so he's buying, Mr. Marke is buying electricity from the municipality. But the municipality, remember, doesn't make electricity. Electricity is made by Eskom. So they also buy it from Eskom and then sell it to clients. For Eskom at an average VAT inclusive price, this one is also going to include price of 1 kilowatt. So if they were to buy 1 kilowatt, and they would pay R1.33 and sell this 1 kilowatt at this amount here. Now remember, these amounts are in cents, and I'm just going to show you like how this is happening. 144.72 divided by 100. Now we have it in rands as 1 rand and 4472 cents, right? Okay, so here's what they're doing. They're buying this at R1.33 and selling it at 1 rand and 44 cents. But that's just because that's 1 kilowatt. What about 50, 70, 100, right? They sell it per kilowatt. They buy it per kilowatt like this. So they buy like a bulk and it's charged like this, and then they sell it in this method. Okay, let's answer the questions. State any 2 reasons why it is an advantage for the municipality to sell prepaid electricity. Well, then they don't have to worry about bills, people not paying, being owed and having to collect all those bills, and it costs money to collecting bills actually costs money, because you have to chase the people, you have to communicate with the people, and you're sitting there with no money. So it is the advantage of the prepaid electricity is that it is an exchange. They get the money and the people buy the electricity, get the electricity immediately, right? Okay, so 4.2.2, determine the number of units Mr. Make received when he bought prepaid electricity for 68 rands and 2 cents. Okay, that is going to be an interesting one to calculate. We first need to find out what are the maximum amounts here. So we're going to do the maximum amounts now. Oh my goodness, if you don't know how to use this table, I suggest you don't learn this first. You first master this thing, and then you learn how to get units from money, right? Maximums. Okay, we're going to start with the first one there, number 1. The highest amount here is 50 times 1 rand and 4472, right? So the highest here is 72 rands and 36 cents. Oh, then it makes it easy because he's only paid in row 1 alone. So we can just take this amount, divide here, and we're going to get the units. That's easy. I'm so glad I don't have to do for you the whole thing. Oh Lord. Okay, so here we're going to say 4.2.2. We're going to just take, because he's only paid through the row 1 tariff, we're just going to take his amount, and we're going to say 60 rand. It's 68 rands. 68 rands and 2 cents divided by the 1 rand 4472, and then we're going to find out how many units he bought. So that's 68.02 divided, that's not going to last long anyway, 1.4472, and that is 47.0010558 kilowatts, right? So that's the kilowatts he bought. It's not going to last him long, but I guess he can keep the lights on for a few days, including load shedding. Okay, Mr. Make. Determine the number of units. We've done that. Mr. Make stated that the percentage profit the municipality makes when a customer buys 290 kilowatts of electricity is more than 34%. So he took the profit that the municipality made, and he calculated the percentage for it. So the percentage profit is that. Okay, so what do we need to calculate the percentage profit so that we can see if we get 34% as well? We're given the formula, so we're just going to go and check if we can use the formula to see what we need. We need the selling price for the units, right? Remember, the units was 290. So we need the selling price for the units, we need the cost price for the units, right? And then we'll be able to calculate what is the selling price for the units. 290 kilowatts, we don't have it. We need to come to the table and calculate the selling price for the units, and then we need to also go back to this information here at the bottom here telling us how they buy electricity, and then we're going to get the municipality's cost of stocking electricity, right? And then we're going to do that. So we need the selling price, and we also need the cost price. So the cost price is the one for the municipality buying from Eskom. That's the municipality. And then the selling price, they sell it to who? To Mr. Make. So that is Mr. Make's payment, the money he paid for the electricity when he bought it, right? Okay, so let's find Mr. Make's cost first, the amount for Mr. Make. 4.2.3. Okay, so Mr. Make used 290 kilowatts per hour, and that is the one there. So let's find out how much did he pay. Okay, we're going to start here with the table. Mr. Make paid 144 cents for the first 50, and then they were like, yeah, no, you're using too much electricity, we're also going to charge you like this as well. So what I'm going to do is, before I do any calculations, I'm going to convert those amounts that I'm using. Oh no, let me not convert, I'm going to convert the answers. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to say 50 kilowatts is going to be calculated on row 1, And then we have 240 kilowatts per hour that's left. And then we're going to come here and say, yes, it fits. So we don't have to worry about anything else. We're just going to calculate this on row 2. If you struggle with this table, there is a lesson, a revision lesson on it. Please check it out. You need to learn how to do this just in case they ask it in the exams. Okay, and then we're going to call it cost is equal to 50 kilowatts per hour times the amount, which is 144.72 cents. All of that is cents, plus 240 times 18602 cents. Okay, let's find out how much that is. So that's 50 times 144.72. That gives us 7,236 cents, plus 240 times 186.02, and that gives us 44,644.8 cents. And then we add the 27236, and we get 51,880.8 cents. Now I'm just going to convert this to rands by saying divided by 100, and then that's going to be 518.808, right? So that's how much it is. Okay, so this is how much he paid. So I've already checked. It says on the table, double checked, it says including VAT, so that we're done then. And then what we're going to do is, so they didn't say I must calculate with or without a VAT. So the VAT is not my problem. So now what I'm going to do is price. Let's just do that. So now this is the cost for the municipality. So this is for stocking, right? The stocking the electricity here. So I'm going to do that next. Should never underline that. Okay, so I'm going to do that next, and I'm going to calculate. It says on the I'm confusing myself now because I'm thinking of too many things at once. Okay, it says here the municipality buys electricity from Eskom at an average VAT inclusive price of 133 cents per kilowatt. So here it says that's what I was confusing myself. I should do 1 kilowatt per hour is equal to 133 cents, right? So this is this. And then I can use this method where I say, okay, how many kilowatts do we have? We have 290 kilowatts per hour, and we don't know how much. So cross multiply, we get the answer. But you can just, if you can figure it out, it's 290 kilowatts per hour multiplied by 133 cents. If you're not sure if it's multiply or divide, please use the cross multiplication. And then they stock it for 290 times 1.33, and that is 387 rand, 85 rands and 70 cents. Okay, so that's the one. But that profit is going to include VAT. I'm not sure now if they want us to remove the VAT thing, but I'm just going to continue. And then percentage profit. Now we can calculate the percentage profit. As you can see, this is 6 marks. Now we can calculate the percentage profit, which is selling price, that is 518.808 minus cost price. Make sure you copy the formula first. Cost price is 385.70, and you divide by cost price, which is 385.70, and all of that is multiplied by 100, and then you get your answer. So the answer should be 0.465873293 multiplied by 100, and then we get 46.59%, which is more than 34%, and that is correct. Now I'm just going to continue doing one thing. These amounts here, they include VAT, the selling price. So I wonder if they wanted us to remove the VAT and calculate their actual VAT, but I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna leave it here.